Hey, welcome back to Karen's Papercraft. Thank you very much for watching. In today's video you will get a closer look at the Flowering Fields suite in the January-June 2022 mini catalogue. I'm showing you the real life version of the product, and I will show you how I make the cutest tulips with the new kinds of dyes for this. Now today is the 4th of January, so the mini catalogue goes live. Now, on the front and on the back of the catalogue, some of the products of this suite are featured. They must have liked it so much, and I love it too. So let's take a closer look at the products in the suite. Now the suite itself is featured on pages 14 and 15. I'll scoot my catalogue over because then you'll be able to get a closer look at the page. You see some gorgeous products made. It's page 14, then page 15. And you see all the products in the catalogue. There's ribbon, there are brass butterflies, there's of course designer series paper and 2 bundles. And then on the next 2 pages you get a closer look at the bundles. This is the Flowering Tulip Fields, and there's a bundle and dies, and I'll show you the dies in a minute. And again here you see some lovely projects made with the products. And page 17 is the other bundle, the Tulip Fields bundle with the Windmill Fields dies. And this is really beautiful. You can make these a card like this, and if you've ever seen the Dutch bulb fields, that they really, all those straight lines really do disappear into the horizon. It's a stunning suite. One thing that, well, it doesn't bother me at all, but I find curious, is that it is so essentially Dutch and there's not a Dutch word in the entire suite. Well, at Stampin' Up they must have felt that it is so quintessentially Dutch that no more Dutch is needed. I don't know. Well, let's take a look at the products themselves. I'm going to start with the designer series paper, and you see I've zoomed out a little so that you can get a really good look at the gorgeously, stunningly beautiful paper. Look at these tulips. As always, there's a front and a back. You could die cut the tulips from this side of the paper as well if you wanted to. I'll show you more about that later. Here are some more tulips, and the back of the sheet of designer series paper. Well, obviously more tulips. This I have earmarked for a project which I'll be filming later this week. Beautiful tulips again, and the back, lovely green. And the last 2, this is stunning as well. And the back, some more sky. Yep, that's it. Then I'll zoom back in again so you can get a closer look. We have ribbon. This is the, what's it called again? This is new, so I have to look at my notes now. Oh, this is the Evening Evergreen Window Pane Check ribbon. It's 3/8 of an inch, so 1 centimetre, and it's lovely ribbon. It ties easily into a bow, it's nice and soft, and I do like this checked look. You have the brushed brass butterflies. Don't say this too quickly and don't say it after a drink or 2. I have 2 sheets. There's one sheet when you order them, but one was a gift for attending on stage. Stampin' Up are really good to their demonstrators, and this then was given to me as a bonus. And it really is brass. It's heavy. I mean, I can't show you on film, but when you feel it, it's heavy. And there's adhesive on the back, so they're quite easy to stick on. Then you have the Tulip Fields dies. The Windmill Fields dies, and they go together with the bundle Tulip Fields, that's it. And of course you could die cut this mill and the cloud and the tree and the small trees on the horizon. But also a really fun thing is this windmill. Look, there's 3 dies, and these are the sails of the windmill, and if you use a brad it could really turn. So that's going to be a fun project to make as well. Let me put them back. And then lastly, there's the other bundle in the suite, and that is the flowering tulips and the tulips dies that go with it. And these are the dies that I'm going to give you a closer look at. I mean, these ones just cut the stems and the leaves and the tulips themselves, but these are extra ones. This is a new type of die. In particular, these three. When you take a close look at them, you can see that, oh, no, these two, I should say. This is the third one. It's okay. Okay, so these three dies, so there are three in fact, but if you take a closer look at them, when you die cut them, you also create a score line. You can fold those leaves over and you can create a beautiful 3D tulip. And I'm going to show you some examples. I've made this cheat sheet for myself and I've tried to figure out which of these dies go together well, and there are three of these extra leaves as well, and I discovered that this one and that one and one of those go together well to make this tulip. Then there's another one to make that one and another one to make that one. And of course you can die cut them from the designer series paper, which has this ombre look. You could also use just plain cardstock, but I found that I like them even more if I used a sponge dauber to colour all the edges. And look at the stunning effect if you do the same thing on basic white. This is really beautiful. Here I could show you an example of Real Red, Fresh Freesia and Daffodil Delight. And here I've used Fresh Freesia and Daffodil Delight, Daffodil Delight on basic white, and I stamped the leaves in Pear Pizzazz, and I've used Pear Pizzazz cardstock as well. This is going to be used on a project that I will be filming later this week. I have so many ideas for this suite, I can't tell you. My mind is reeling with, oh yeah, I could do that as well, and I could do that as well. Now, if you're curious as to all the products that I will be making with this lovely suite, please do subscribe and click the bell icon. You'll be the first to know when I have a new video out. So I'm going to show you how I make a tulip, because I promised you that, and I've die cut quite a number of them already. I'm going to just tulips, and okay, these are things that I already made. So here you have the leaves and the stems, so I'll have 2 leaves and a stem, and I'll do this one and that one. So I'll just move these over here. And so in effect I'm going to make this tulip, that one, and I'm putting them together with my dimensionals, mini dimensionals, and my mini glue dots, and I'm going to need my sponge dauber and Daffodil Delight ink. So first I'm going to ink the edges, and then I'm going to assemble the tulip. Now what I found important was that for this extra leaf I ink both the top and the bottom, because sometimes the bottom peeks out and you want ink on that. Now you fold these leaves over, so this is going to be the outside and this is the inside of the tulip. And so on the inside I'm going to ink the top, because again that may be visible when you've assembled your tulip. I think my pad needs re-inking. I'll do that when I've finished filming. And then I want some ink here along the top and the edges, and here too the top and this edge, and the bottom edge as well, although you can do that later when the tulip has been assembled. Okay, so I have inked my tulip. Then this is going to be the top with this wavy edge. Then I'm going to adhere first of all my stem, so I'm just putting it on, and then I'm taking a dimensional, my tweezers, so I'm putting a dimensional on, and then putting this one slightly towards the left with this one. Then you can gently fold over the leaves. Now this tiny bit, I'm using a mini glue dot which I fold in half. So otherwise it'll be too big, so I just make it into a half moon shape. Stick it on there and then fold it over. And then use a mini glue dot. I did try using another dimensionals, but then I found that the tulip became just too bulky. So the first layer I put a dimensional, but the other layers, just to close the tulip, I found that the mini glue dots are enough. And then all you have to do is decide where you want the leaves to go, like this, for example, and you have a cute tulip. I've been using mini dimensionals, I've been using mini glue dots for that as well. If you enjoyed this closer look at this stunning suite, please give me a like. This really helps me grow my channel. And please do leave a comment or a question that you may have, because I love to hear from you. Well then, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching and see you. Bye bye.